Hello, beer lovers. Ever wondered how your favorite beverage goes from humble grain to glorious pint? Buckle up, because we're about to take you on a hilarious journey through the magical world of beer brewing. Get ready to meet barley, the unsung hero, and yeast, the life of the party. We'll be crushing, mashing, boiling, and fermenting our way to beery bliss, all while keeping things light, breezy, and funnier than a barrel of monkeys on roller skates. So grab your imaginary pint glass, or a real one, we don't judge, and get ready for a rip-roaring adventure. It's time to unravel the secrets behind that golden nectar we call beer. Ready to dive in? Let's get brewing. Our journey begins with barley, those tiny grains with big beery dreams. First, we send them off to barley boot camp, also known as malting. It's like a spa day for these little guys, but instead of cucumber water, they get soaked in water and encouraged to sprout. This process, my friends, is where the magic begins. The barley starts to germinate, releasing enzymes that will later help us unlock those sweet, sweet sugars. Think of it like this. We're giving the barley a little pep talk, telling them, all right, team, time to unleash your inner sugar. Once our barley recruits have graduated boot camp, it's time to get our grind on. We crush the malted barley to expose those precious starches we've been working so hard to develop. It's a bit like giving the barley a good massage, but with industrial-sized rollers instead of gentle hands. Don't worry, they love it. Now that our barley is feeling relaxed and ready to party, it's time to introduce them to some warm water and let the mashing begin. This is where the real magic happens, folks. Remember those enzymes we woke up during malting? They're about to have their moment in the spotlight. As the crushed malt mingles with the water, the enzymes get busy breaking down those starches into fermentable sugars. It's like a sweet symphony of science and nature, all orchestrated to create the perfect environment for beer-making magic. Once the mashing is complete, we're left with a sugary liquid called wort. Now, we don't want any leftover barley bits in our beer, so it's time for lautering. This is where we separate the wort from the spent grain, like making coffee, but for beer and way more fun. Section 4, boiling and whirlpooling hot tub party for wort and a mini tornado. Hold on to your hats, beer fans, because things are about to get heated. It's time to crank up the heat and give our wort a nice long boil. But before you think we're just giving it a hot tub experience, there's more to it than that. Boiling not only sterilizes the wort, but also allows us to add hops, the rock stars of the beer world. These little green cones bring bitterness, aroma, and personality to the party. Think of hops as the spice rack of beer brewing, adding complexity and character to every sip. Now, some brewers like to throw in an optional whirlpool step after boiling. It's like creating a mini tornado in the kettle, which helps to remove any unwanted particles and clarify the wort. Think of it as giving the beer a quick spin cycle before moving on to the main event. Section 5, fermentation, aging, packaging, conclusion. Yeast party patience is key from tank to glass cheers. All right, folks, it's time for the grand finale, fermentation. We carefully cool down the boiled wort, no hot tubs for our little yeast friends, and introduce the real stars of the show yeast. These microscopic party animals are about to turn our sweet wort into a bubbly, alcoholic delight. Yeast feeds on the sugars in the wort, producing alcohol and carbon dioxide as byproducts. It's like the world's most delicious science experiment happening right before our eyes. And the best part, we get to drink the results. But hold your horses, beer enthusiasts, because good things take time. Once fermentation is complete, we need to give our beer a little R&R, allowing it to age and mature. This is where those complex flavors really start to shine, and the beer transforms into the smooth, delicious beverage we know and love. Finally, after weeks or even months of careful brewing, our beer is ready for its grand debut. We bottle, can, or keg our masterpiece, sending it off into the world to be enjoyed by thirsty beer lovers everywhere. And there you have it, folks, the incredible journey from humble barley to glorious beer. So next time you raise a glass to your lips, take a moment to appreciate the art, science, and sheer deliciousness that goes into every sip. Cheers to the brewers, the barley, the yeast, and of course to you.